5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff.
Vehicle is pitching downrange. Stage 1 propulsion is nominal. Power and telemetry nominal.
For those of you just joining us, you are watching the Falcon 9 as it descends through the atmosphere, carrying the PAZ satellite to a polar sun-synchronous orbit. Right now, the rocket is approaching what we call max Q. This is the point at which the aerodynamic forces in the rocket are at the greatest. Falcon 9 actually throttles itself down as it passes through max Q and then throttles back up once we're through it.
Vehicle has reached maximum aerodynamic pressure.
We just passed through our maximum aerodynamic pressure, max Q. That Falcon 9 rocket is now throttling back up to full speed as it ascends through the atmosphere. As that first stage ascends higher and higher through the atmosphere, the ambient air pressure starts going further and further down, so you can see those exhaust gases getting bigger and bigger on your camera screen right now. In about 20 seconds, we're going to be passing through what we call MECO, which is main engine cutoff. That's when that first stage is going to complete its burn. Shortly after that, we'll have stage separation, and then second engine start, SES-1. Let's watch that happen now.
We have MECO.
You just saw it on your screen. That was a good MECO, main engine cutoff, a good separation of that first stage, and then what appears to be a successful second engine start 1. Stand by for fairing deploy. And you just saw it on your screen. That was a successful fairing deploy. You can see the fairing falling down below the second stage on your screen right now. SpaceX will be attempting to recover this fairing today. On your screen right now, you can see the Merlin Vacuum D engine nozzle. This is a radiatively cooled engine nozzle, meaning that it vents the heat from those hot exhaust gases by radiating that energy. You can see it glowing red hot, burning that energy away. For those of you down in Southern California, you might get a good glimpse of those exhaust gases as the second stage accelerates. Looked like a nice clear morning today in Los Angeles. As the second stage ascends higher and higher into orbit, let's talk a little bit about exactly. As we burn fuel in that second stage, the second stage actually gets lighter and lighter, but the engine thrust remains the same. So in order to keep a constant acceleration on the second stage and its payload, we actually throttle that Merlin vacuum engine down towards the end. We're getting close towards the end of the burn right now, so that throttle down is beginning. Coming up next in about 40 seconds is going to be SECO, second engine cutoff. That second stage Merlin vacuum engine is going to shut off, having completed its primary burn. And then a minute after that, or 2 minutes after that, we're going to have payload separation. So stand by for SECO in about 20 or 30 seconds from now.
Stage 2 is in terminal guidance.
And there you can see it. That looks like a successful separation of the payload of the PAZ satellite. You can see those SpaceX demo satellites to the left and right of the payload adapter fitting. But the primary payload is right now gliding away from that second stage. Soon it will unfurl its own solar panels and start communicating with the ground teams.